Yo, what's up YouTube? Sharp here, bringing you guys another episode of iGame. This gameplay is Summit Domination. I'm using the AK-74U with lightweight, steady aim, and ninja. And off the start here, I'm going to throw this pre-nade on B. Usually I expect people to go to B off start when they have the good side spawning at C, but these guys didn't. So I ran in there, and I'm waiting here in the corner, waiting for my teammate to get by B. Since no one hops on it, me and him both hop on it. And I get taken out, but he picks up the cap and then actually gets a two-piece. So, you know, it worked out like that. The reason why I waited for my teammates is because solo capping really hardly ever works, especially when the whole team's alive. And the reason why I called them having the good side is because when you spawn C, it's really easy to nade B. As you see right there, I just kind of tossed up a random nade and I couldn't hit it on B. Unless you get right up against the B door, it's, you know, I don't really have any nade spots for back in mid alley. I don't know anyone that has nade spots for that. It's really hard to nade B from when you're spawning at A. That's why spawning at C is a good side. So you see right there, I was trying to push up in C, try to get in their spawn more, but they beat me towards the bottom door. You see right there, once again, can't really get a nade off. Really impossible to nade from the A spawn. That's why I like to take the C spawn first whenever I get to pick sides. Right here, I'm trying to get top control, just because if you control that, you pretty much control the whole map. But I ran into two people up there, couldn't really do anything about that. I was shooting at one guy and the other guy jumped out and killed me. Kind of got a little bit double teamed. We get all four down, and the reason why I don't go into B and get on it is because we have four down, and I realize I have two teammates on it, so I'm going to be pushing up, trying to get in their spawn on C. Now, I'm not going to hop on C and try to cap it right away. I'm just going to bump it, make them throw some nades, and then push up in their spawn. I see my teammate gets taken out, but I actually killed the guy that killed him. And the reason why I did not shoot this guy is because I want to make sure I got the guy with B first. That guy wasn't really doing anything getting the flag. I threw the nade, got the guy with B, and then killed the guy. But I got taken out by a guy by some computer. Don't know why I didn't see him. After I watched it in theater, I noticed that I saw him on my screen. It was kind of a mistake by me. You see, once again, I'm getting top control. Kind of pushing up for C. This map is really easy to spawn trap teams on. So, you know, I'm constantly pushing for C using this AK instead of using the FAMAS where I'd be camping back more, trying to get up in their face using the AK. And right here, you know, me and my teammate are capping C once again. You know, you don't ever want to solo cap a flag. We get the 3 cap. And the main strategy for this map is you want to have someone camp at A and force the team to spawn C. Just because you see right here, I'm throwing a random nade up at A, and it's pretty much impossible to nade A because there's no windows that you can really hit it through. You know, there's that one window in the top of A roof that maybe if you can figure out a way to line up a nade that you can hit it, but you know, there's a ceiling on A, so you're not gonna be able to land a nade on A really easy. So that's why you want to hold them, force them to the C spawn, so when they get on C, you can just nade it from over by A, inside B, up top C, anywhere you can nade it. You know, right there, I got taken out, and spawn in top control. You know, see they're on A. See this right here, this is an A nade. You throw it to that window right there. But it's not really a really good A nade because they can sit in certain spots to dodge that nade. So, really not a good place to throw a nade on A. Spawn in C right here. I'm going to push for top control. You see every time, I can't say that enough, you want to get top control on this map. There's nothing really, anything about it. I knew I couldn't get the guy off A with a nade, that's why I didn't even attempt throwing it through the window. I just tried throwing it at the door to maybe cut him off at the door. Pick up a pistol kill. You know, I had some bad shots with my AK, but I do clean up the kill. And me and my team end up getting B. And after we kept the flag, I'm going to push towards A just because we had 3 people in B, so we couldn't really predict where they were going to spawn too well, so we just sent people to C, we sent people to A. And it turns out they didn't spawn A. So we just sent the one guy to sit in the back of A spawn to make sure they didn't spawn there, and the rest of us pushed towards C. I get taken out by a big door. Don't know why these guys are really using the shotguns. I don't really recommend it. I don't think it's that good of a gun to use on this map. You know, that's just my personal preference. It just really depends on what you like to use. Once again, you see you couldn't really get a nade off inside the B. The only nade spots I really know to B is if you get up right against the door or you're right outside the A door and you can nade it. And so right here, I switched to the FAMAS with a red dot just to kind of slow it down a little bit. Try to get up top control. I actually go up there and I get taken out by that guy. I probably should have killed him. Had some bad shots on him. It wasn't really a turn on because he did go behind that server, but it still was bad shots on my part. So you see, we have AB now, and I'm sitting up top control. We're not really gonna go for the 3-cap just because we're winning by so much, and there's only a minute left. Bad shots on my part again. Once again, I get taken out because I missed some shots. I was just having an off game this game. You know, it happens sometimes. So I see two of my teammates get taken out, so I'm gonna try to get top control. Don't know why they were both sitting on the balconies, and they were both sitting in the same spot and get taken out there. Threw the nade, couldn't really get the other guy off B. I wasn't in a position to bank that nade off the wall to get him off B, but I did kill one guy. They do cap the flag, and there's really, there's 40 seconds left, and it's mathematically impossible for us to lose this side. There's only 30 seconds left, and you can get a total of 36 points if you 3-cap for a minute. So, there are two sides of domination, but with it only being 6 minutes and 30 seconds long, the margin that we won by on this side, it's going to be really impossible for them to come back. We actually do end up winning the other side. The other team ended up quitting out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of iGame. There's about 10 seconds left, so I'm just going to let this finish out. If you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a like and add it to your favorites. And as always, I'm Sharp. See you guys on my next episode. Peace.